What's up, my fellow Chibits? Today, I'm here to bring you a anime review on Panchin Line. So, I have a little brief status update I want to say real quick before I dive into this review. I don't know if you watched my Toriko review, it most likely is out by now, but I want to say it in this video just in case you did not know. I made a video about 12 hours ago about an important channel update that was about a copyright strike. Well, thanks to messages from you Chibits and me sending constant messages to YouTube staff, they kind of pushed the counter notification even earlier, because usually it could take up to 3 days until they send it to the company to get my video reinstated. Well, they sent it in under 12 fucking hours, so yeah, good news, very good news. So in 10 to 14 days, that copyright strike is going to be gone. 10 to 14 days. So that's fucking good. That's really good news. So, I'm actually in a very good mood now. A very good mood because, I mean, yes, it sucks. I can't upload over 15 fucking minutes for the next 10 to 14 days. But, A, it's going to go away. So, let's be happy. Let's just be happy there. But like I said, I'm sorry about that, how I had to put on long reviews on hold, and how I had to make things quick to the point when it comes to certain reviews, which I'm sorry about that. I really am. I can't just sit there and elaborate for 15 minutes plus, so I just want to say my regards to that. So, when it comes to this episode of Punchline, once again, I'm satisfied with this episode. Like last week's episode, you remember how I had certain complaints. I said my certain complaints, like the comedy was a comedy-based episode, and it's kind of like they shafted the plot to the side. And I said I enjoyed the episode, but it just wasn't the best I have seen. I expected so much more compared to how the first episode was. Well, with the third episode of Punchline, it kind of rectifies these mistakes. Now, it's not the best thing ever, but it kind of goes back on track with some form of plot progression, especially with the ending and how you get to find out more information about the characters. Like, Mika was a robot, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what? Like, she's a robot, and you kind of see it how the characters are kind of getting fleshed out in each individual episode. Like, last episode, Ito got, you know, fleshed out. Like, we got to find out more about her personality. With this episode, we found out more about Mika, and kind of, you know, oh my god, what's that girl's name? I forget the pink-haired girl's name. It's like Juice. Strange Juice? I think it's Strange Juice. Oh my god, how did I forget her name? I reviewed too much damn anime and manga. But the point is, though, is like their identities kind of get revealed, and then, you know, they kind of have conversations and talk, but then eventually the main male character fucks up and destroys the entire world with the asteroid. So, yeah. Now, speaking of destroying the entire world with the asteroid, there is a plot point set up in this episode, right at the beginning. So, we see this organization that starts talking about how the governments and stuff are hiding the truth about this meteorite or asteroid coming in and going to wipe out all of humanity, and these top officials and top leaders of each individual government is going to be, like, hiding in, like, nuke bunkers. And speaking of these nuke bunkers, we come to find out the leader of the organization that's kind of revealing this news, it died recently, and most likely his soul is inside of our main male character. And that kind of explains a lot. It really does. So, yeah, I just wanted to point that out right now. The episode overall had some very steady plot progression. It had that, you know, comedy it's been having for the past couple episodes, for the past 2 episodes. And, I mean, it has that fan service comedy to it. And, I mean, it has that tone and atmosphere in the trigger-type exquisite style when it comes to animation art. But I'm liking now how it's kind of starting to get back on track. So, assuming how the previous episode was, and this episode was, I'm assuming next episode we're going to get more character development, or, you know, characterization for individual characters, because like I said, last week's episode was for Ito, our computer girl that was just, you know, playing nothing but games, and she was kind of like a NEET, and then with this episode, it was Mika, the robot, that got fleshed out, along with, you know, Strange Juice, and, you know, a little bit of plot progression here and there. So, I wonder if it's gonna, you know, continue this formula, and next week's episode is going to kind of flesh out more characters. I would like to know more about the cat. That's something I really want to know. I want to know more about that cat, what's his real, true goal, his real purpose to helping out the main character, and I want to know more about that organization since it was introduced. Overall, the episode of Punchline, I enjoyed it. We get to find out that the bear is, like, fast regenerative abilities. Like, the bear healed very fast, got sliced on the stomach, and the bear healed, like, instantly, so what the fuck is wrong with that bear, too? So, yeah, what the hell? That's strange. What the hell is going on with that bear? So that's definitely a plot point that's introduced in this episode, along with, you know, the organization meteor coming in and destroying the entire world, and then with the robot 2 aspect of the series. So yeah, a lot of things setting up here and there for the conclusive plot. I wonder what, you know, direction the story is going to go, though, because right now with all these plot points, there's different paths it can really take, but I wonder what path it is going to take. So that's just left up in the air for us to wonder. Overall, tell me your thoughts in the comments below. Did you enjoy this episode? Did you hate this episode? What did you feel about it? Are you going to continue watching the series since this is the 3rd episode? This will determine if you want to continue watching or drop the series. Let me know your honest thoughts in the comments below. I'm probably going to continue watching the series because I like Studio Mappa. They have made some really good content in the past, and I have faith that this series will become very good if we continue to stick with it, probably by episode 5. So love y'all. Please be safe. Chibi out.